Hi, I'm Todd Wente, and this is the Daily 180. 180 seconds of motivation and inspiration intended to help you take action and make progress in your life. This is episode 332 of the Daily 180, and today I'm going to continue our series on I words by talking about the word information and about how that can help us as we're trying to make progress. Now, you're probably thinking, Todd, information is all around us. In fact, I'm a master at information. For crying out loud, before I found your YouTube video, I found like 53 others that told me all kinds of things that I wanted to know about motivation, about self-improvement, about making myself a better human being, about having a better relationship. Ooh, I also found a few about magnets and about cosmology, and a couple of really cool ones by Tyra Banks about how to make the most beautiful runway Yeah, okay, I get it. We are drowning in information in our modern society. There is so much information that there is no way possible for any human being to be able to move through life feeling like they are not getting enough information. But enough of the right information? Now that's a totally different story, isn't it? You know, in my own personal world, I work with a Google feed. Obviously, most of us do. I also work with a thing called Pocket. I get a lot of information from Pocket. Lots of things get suggested to me on a daily basis. I also have a little deal on my phone. I can't even remember what it's called. But on a daily basis, if I swipe to the right, I can see all kinds of stories that it says, hey, based on what you saw before, we think you really might like this. Yeah, you know what? It's great. All that information is good. But does it really move us forward? Being careful about the information that we select, being thoughtful about the information that we select to include in our lives, to bring into our lives and take action on our lives, takes a little bit of time. One of the things that I have tried to do as I've looked at this idea of information is I've tried to ask myself two questions. Number one, is this information that addresses something that is urgent in my life? I find a lot of information, a lot of videos that have some very interesting pieces of information. But they don't necessarily move me forward. And so in those kinds of situations, I have to remind myself, hey, you know what? If I'm looking for some entertainment, that's great. But I don't have time to spend on every little thing that pops up along the way. It takes a little bit of discipline, but it's been very valuable. The second question that I ask myself is not necessarily about the information that's being thrown at me, but rather about the kind of feedback that I'm receiving. Oftentimes when we receive feedback, it's because something hasn't gone right. I try to remind myself that in those moments, those are some of the most critical pieces of information that I can receive, because they're telling me where my gaps are between what I was hoping to accomplish and what my actual outcomes are. Everything that we do in life, let me rephrase, everything that I do in life is about trying to narrow those gaps. I hope this has given you something to think about. If it has, hey, subscribe to us. We're going to be talking about a lot more I words. So if you're curious as to what the next I words are going to be, hey, make sure you hit that subscribe button to make sure you find out what they are. We've got at least 8 more of them coming, as well as marching the rest of our way through the alphabet. If you enjoy what you've seen today, you might consider passing it on to someone else. We'd love to have more of this information going out and more people benefiting from what we're trying to do here at the Daily 180. In the meantime, my name is Todd Wente. This has been the Daily 180. Go forth and conquer. We'll see you next time.